Namaste to everyone. Welcome in our journey to great minds of the world throughout history. This episode will focus on belief. We all know that most of us, if not all of us, have some kind of belief, not one or two, but a belief system which shapes our mind, our thoughts, our behavior, our actions, our attitude. And usually we don't question our beliefs, that why we believe in it. Is it based on experience or is it based on hearsay? Because we heard some people say that, so we are copying. Or we just read somewhere. Or the idea came to mind that this is something is nice to believe in. Whatever reason, we all, or most of us, are bound by beliefs or belief system. And we may not realize, but often our belief system can become our limitation. And instead of leading us in the right direction, it may distort the facts, distort the reality, and lead us astray. So, with that background, I'll read a number of quotations. One by Osho: belief is that which we impose upon ourselves without resolving the doubt, while trust is an outcome of the doubts falling away. So here is the distinction between belief and trust. Belief is unquestioned, untested, undoubted. Just believe in something. A trust, which means you have questioned something, an idea, you have had doubts, and you have explored, understood, and verified the correctness or rightness of the belief. Then it is no longer a belief. It is something you trust. Next one is by Wayne Dyer. Beliefs are handed to you. Knowings come from within. Beliefs will let you down in crises. Knowings will never let you down. I guess here knowings is really referring to trust. That if you know something very well, and there are many ways of knowing, if you know something firsthand, you have experienced it, you have lived it. That comes from within. It is not imposed from outside like beliefs. So beliefs are handed to you, knowings come from within. Beliefs will let you down in crises, knowings will never let you down. A bit longer one, but quite instructive. If being right is your goal, you will find error in the world and seeking to correct it. But do not expect peace of mind, because you entangle in things, you find lots of things wrong, you can't find rationale for it, you can't fix it yourself, so you are unhappy in the end. If peace of mind is your goal, look for errors in your beliefs and expectations. So what lets you down actually is your belief, because it cannot solve problems. Sometimes it even creates problems. Seek to change your beliefs, not the world, and be always prepared to be wrong. Once again, if being right is your goal, you will find error in the world and seeking to correct it, but do not expect peace of mind. If peace of mind is your goal, look for errors in your beliefs and expectations. Seek to change them, not the world, and be always prepared to be wrong. This is a short and deep one from Nisargadatta Maharaj. Man becomes what he believes himself to be. So there is a hidden suggestion here, that what he believes himself to be, which means man, any person, has created an image and you are trying to live by it. You don't want it to be hurt because that image is your ego self, your alternate self, and you want to protect it. So in trying to pursue it, protect it, adopt it, and imitate it, you actually, in the end, become what you believe you are. And what you believe you are is not your true self. So chasing your belief is actually drawing you further away from your true self. This one from Joseph Gilton Pierce. Our world is a semantic creation largely constructed by our cultural beliefs. So here is a suggestion of interplay between various cultures and cultural beliefs, and that could lead to conflict. So it's a conflict of words and beliefs. You believe in an idea and you give it a word, and somebody else believes in another idea and gives another word to it. So there are two words in conflict and two ideas in conflict. So our world is a semantic creation largely constructed by our cultural beliefs. Here is a really short one from Gautam Buddha. Suffering results from beliefs held as truths. Few words, big meanings. Suffering results from beliefs held as truths. And because beliefs are a product of mind, and mind cannot really fathom the truth, you need to go beyond mind, deeper than mind, to pure consciousness to reach that dimension from which all dimensions emanate. So, suffering results from beliefs held as truth. And when you begin to put full faith and you really tell yourself, what I believe is the truth, that is the origin of suffering, as the Buddha says. Oscar Wilde says, the world is divided into two classes. Those who believe in the incredible and those who do the improbable. So a lot of times we avoid or we accept something incredible because we believe in it. That must be true, and you don't even try. That's one group. The second group is who actually do the improbable, go beyond their beliefs to learn new things and do creative acts. Another short one from Osho. When knowing is possible, why settle for believing? Which means that believing you have not tried and tested and found to be true, but you have prejudged and accepted as truth. So when knowing is possible, why settle for believing? This one from Henry Ford. Whether you believe you can or you believe you cannot, you are right. It's quite funny, but quite meaningful. In other words, if you strongly believe that you can, you are right, you can. And if you believe you cannot, then again you are right, you cannot. Which means if you have a positive, constructive concept, or you believe in it, here belief can be very helpful. You have a beautiful idea, you believe you need to work on it, and you will succeed. Or you say, this is a good idea, but I don't think I can really do it. So you train yourself, you condition yourself that you will not be able to do it. So you cannot. And it is, you are right, you cannot. Because that's what you chose to accept. Swami Vivekananda, you cannot believe in God. You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Which means these two things go kind of hand in hand. If you believe in yourself, not your image of yourself, not your ego. If you believe in your true self, which means you have recognized it, found it, examined it, questioned it, tested it, that yes, this is my true self, this is not an image self, this is not what I am creating, this is who I am. If you reach that stage, then what you believe to be God, you are more likely to be reaching the right goal in knowing God. Not God as a personified God or any image of God, but God as pure consciousness, because you are same pure consciousness in a micro sense, and the macro sense of that, the vastest possible sense of that, is the concept of God. This one from Dhananjaya Kumar. I know and I believe. These two are the greatest obstacles to knowing and experiencing. Because the moment you say you know, a lot of people, no matter what they think, they know. They know everything and what they know is right. So a lot of people start from that assumption. And that is an obstacle to actually knowing. If you start from that, which means nothing new is entering you. There's no space for anything new to know. And similarly, believe. I believe in it, and therefore it must be true. I'm not going to question it, I'm not going to deviate from it. Therefore, that also becomes an obstacle. So I know and I believe. These are two greatest obstacles to knowing and experiencing. And a corollary to the same quote is, the greatest folly of man is to believe he is what he is not. So this again points to search for the truth of yourself and of the whole existence. The greatest folly of man is to believe he is what he is not. So isn't it better to believe what you are actually? In the same corollary of last couple of quotations from Dhananjaya Kumar, this one is in essence a culmination of that. The more I feel threatened to protect my belief, the less confidence I have in its validity. If we are confident that what I believe is true, then there is no need to protect it. It will shine on its own. Eventually, everyone may see this point of truth. So, if I feel threatened, which means somebody can come and dismantle the whole structure of thought and belief that I have, which means, if that is possible, which means I'm not confident that what I believe is true. Because I'm confident. I've tested it. I've transformed the belief into trust. And there is no way that this can be threatened. I am not threatened by it because I know ultimately it prevails. There may be temporary distractions, criticism, threatened, but I am confident and firmly based on it, firmly grounded in it. Thank you for listening and meet you again soon.